รีพวกเนอะวันทาอภิวาสบอลดาบอลดาก้มบอลดาดานี่good อัญชลีสแกนตาอัญชลีวันทาอภิวาสบอลนะธัมโมอัญชลีวันทาอภิวาสสังโฆโอเค one more time โอเค one more time โอเคอัญชลีวันทาHey, no, you listen to me. Listen, Anchali, do this, okay? Anchali, this is called Anchali. This is called Anchali, okay? One tha, up to the head. Apiwat, bow down. Putto, say Putto. Putto. Say Putto, hello. Okay, second time. Benson. Anchali, one tha. Apiwat. สังธัมโมอัญชลีวันทาอภิวาสสังโฆ good girl ชอบจ้องอย่างเดียวแน่จ้องอย่างเดียว What do you say
ขอบคุณครับ
เฮ้ย no สาธุ say สาธุสาธุ Go ahead. Good. Sometimes we might overlook small little thing that adults or people who have already have the knowledge, and when they see other people doing simple thing, they will say, why should we do that? Why should we teach people how to bow down? We should teach people how to meditate. We should teach the Dhamma. And why this and why that? Now it's very important. We call it the foundations of the mind. Because we human beings, we have what we call mana titi, this self-identity. When we are small, it's easy to teach. It's easy to impart and tell them what to do. And you see, they are so obliging. It doesn't go against you. They just, you tell me what to do, I will do. Because why? Because in their mind, there's not so much discrimination thoughts, no distortion. They don't have their own ideas about how things should be done. So they just follow. And you find that, they are very sweet, they're very dear, right? Even your own son, your own daughter, when they are still too small to have their own ideals, and they still cannot decide things, they will follow everything where the papa and the mama will tell them. They will follow you everything. But the more they grow older, the more the papa and the mama will say that, man, want to give them a tight slap, right? Why so rebellious? Why this and why that? Now, if you have that kind of mentality, you should change, right? Because why? We cannot force things onto a person. People won't like it, right? And a lot of these small kids, they go to temple, they go to churches, they go to these religious places. But when they grow older, they don't go anymore. They will go with their friends for outing, go to the beaches, go to shopping center, go hang out somewhere out there. And then the parents got so frustrated that, there should be this and there should be that. And you mean good because you've been through life, right? The parents have been through life. But this kid, they are just growing up. They're excited about things they doesn't know yet. So they also have the same thing like what we are like last time. We also the same thing where our mom tell us, we will say yes or inside our house, say, shut up lah, talk so much. Same thing. So when we experience this kind of thing, we should also understand that, oh, okay. So long our children behave in line, they doesn't break the law, they doesn't behave immorally, right? They know how to take care of themselves, they don't cause trouble to themselves and to the parents or to society. Leave it as it is. Let the way they want to live, let them live their own life. Then you won't have problem, you won't have conflict with them. Because if we start to control too much, then you see a lot of people ended up in misery. Especially we saw a lot of family, they end up in misery because why? They try to make things happen, or they want things to be the way they want it to be. Same thing like meditations. When we sit and meditate, you don't every day have a good session, right? Some day good, some day no good, until you're expert. So this is life, this is training, right? The same thing with our mind. When our mind is not trained, right, and we read certain books, we gain certain knowledge about how we should train the mind and how our mind should be concentrated, pity this and that, and we say that, oh yeah, my mind must be like that, I also must push for it, and you push, your mind don't calm down, you get frustrated. Why this and why that? No, that shouldn't be the case. You gradually do it, right? The same thing like training your own child, same thing with our own mind. They are interconnected. Remember, our mind and the way we live, they are interconnected. This is how it's going to affect you in your life. Of a person who can live a happy lifestyle or can live a not so happy or miserable lifestyle, even though they are loaded with a lot of money. So what? But they are not happy. Every day complaining, even though you don't say it out through your mouth, but your heart is very dry. Yeah? Your mind is very dry. You're always crying inside there, bleeding. Your heart is bleeding. That shouldn't be the case. That means you have we use the word, control your mind. So long we're within what the Buddha said in a moral way, within the 5 precepts, it's okay. It's okay. Remember the precept. That's all. Dana, we don't talk about dana. Everybody know to do it. Precept. And then with your precept, then it's easy for you to calm down your mind. And again, not all people would like to hold precept or even meditate. Some people just, I want only dana. You leave them alone, they let them do dana. Don't force people to observe the precept if they are not ready. And some people, no dana but want to do precept, whole precept. No? Let it be. Right? And some just want to meditate. But if you don't have the precept, it's hard to meditate. But a lot of people say, nah, I just go for meditation. Then the meditation can never progress. Right? When you start to develop the mind can't calm down. There's a lot of distorting issue up there. Then we got to come and check with our precept again. This is why we have all these training rules for us to counter check why. What has happened to our life? Why like that? Why we are not happy? Why? Because of what? Craving. Okay, how to control my craving? How to meditate in order to control this craving? Right? So all these are interrelated. It's very, very important because in this modern world, we are so easily access to all kinds of knowledge. One press away, we read, easy, I can do. But you can't do. Easy to understand, but very hard to accept. A lot of people in the elementary level, I know. When something really happened to their life, they can't accept it. They say that, my heart can't take it. I feel so painful inside there. Why? You say you know what, right? Now, how come you know the knowledge that you know doesn't tally with what already happened and you still feel hurt, feel not happy? That means you should meditate to investigate more. Why? That means your mind is not strong enough. Your mind doesn't have what? Piti, don't have the samadhi to cushion off this kind of issue. If your mind have the power of samadhi, it can cushion. You have the pity to cushion in certain level of your problems, right? It may not be eradicated. You still have the greed, but you can still under your control, and you can slowly do away with it with what? Contemplations of the Dhamma. This is very important. A lot of people, they practice it. How come I know? No? And then my mind cannot accept it. Why? Why? WXY, why? So you must know, because I lack of what? Contemplation of the Dhamma. That means keep reminding yourself, contemplation on the opposite side of what you are longing for. Right? You contemplate in terms of anicca. It means the impermanence of life. Dukkha. The suffering that you will follow. And anatta, there's no sound. Right? But a lot of people, we can't. You just do it gradually, right? Dharma trainings, meditation training is something like a small child. The child cannot walk or cannot just behave properly in one day. It takes years and years and years of practice, years and years and years of training. Then you can be a grown-up person, like the mind, mature enough, right? So remember, we come to a place of worship, we come to the monastery to support. And of course, it's our duty to remind people about how to handle your own life, your own mind state. And this is very important, right? And we cannot say that, this fella I like, this fella I don't like. We are the same person, we're the same human being. We have feeling, we have this body, we have feeling, we have memory, we have perceptions, we have concept thinking, analytic mind, side of the mind, and with this consciousness, everybody is the same, right? What you feel, how I feel. You feel happy, I feel happy. You feel sad, I feel sad. Same thing, right? You hungry, I also hungry. So you must, it's just that you have the precept and something is different. You are in the upper hand in everything you do, because what? You practice self-restraint. And even better, if you practice meditation, then your mind will be under your control. Instead of letting this craving controlling us without boundary, we control our craving within the boundary of 5 precepts. Then we can still stay happily, no problem. Who say that, we cannot listen to music? 5 precepts. The Buddha never said wrong. Go ahead, enjoy your life. But we did the 5 precepts, right? And this is for the lay people. So you must be clear of your status, of who you are. Then you won't contradict yourself. Some people, they contradict. They try to become a monk. They try to behave like a monk's lifestyle, but they are lay people. And in the end, they have quarrel at home. Then they stay temple. They cannot stay temple because they don't want to become a monk. They say they contradict. A lot of people, they contradict. It's happening everywhere. So, that's why I always say tortoise head training. Tortoise head. ภาวนาหัวเต่าไง After the one, one don't like that. Full swing, one means one, don't want this, okay, never mind. I live like a lay people. Practice like a lay people, full swing. The Buddha never said you cannot penetrate to the higher level. You may, but it's harder because a lot of responsibility you got to fulfill, right? And for monks, it's easier, but it's a double-sided sword. If you don't practice properly, we will hurt ourselves, right? Because why? We're taking people's food. We're using people's things. Everything is other people. So there's something we call it depth, D-E-B-T, inside there. Don't think so. Wow, the yellow rope is above the law of karma. Not true. It's within the law of karma. Nothing is free. So we behave ourselves. The lay people do the duty of the lay. The monk practice the duty of the monk, and we can share the knowledge and move along. This is how we can build Buddhism, right? The Buddha's teaching can flourish, right? And it gives people the leeway to practice. When those people who are interested in the practice, they can come and practice, right? And that'll be the sharing for today. รับพรเนาะยะถาวริวหาปุราปาริปุเรนติสาคารังเอวเมวะนิโตทินาเปตานังอุปกาปติอิจิตังปริตาตุมหังคิปเมวะสมิจตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังกปาจันโทปนาราโสยะถามณิโชติระโสยะถาวิวันจันตุสัพพะโรโควินาศตุมาเตภวะวันตรายโยสุขิธิคายุโกภวะภิวะทานาสีลิสานิจาวุฒาปัจจายโนจัตตารโอธรรมวันทันติอายุวันโนสุขังมะลังอายุโดภลโดเทโรวันนะโดปฏิภาณโดสุขัสสะดาดเมดาวิสุขัสโสอธิกาจติอายุดัตวะบลาวันนะสุขังจะปฏิภาณโดเทคายุยาสวะโหติยาทายานุปปาจติเตรัตนัตยานุภาเวนะรัตนัตยาเตจสาโดกาโรกาภยเวราโสกาสะโดจปาดวาอาเนกาอันตรายปิวินาศโดอาเสสโตชายาสิทธิดลาลาภาโสติภาคยังสุขัมมลังสิริยายุจวานโนจาโบคังอุดิชยสวาสัตวาสาจายุจาจิวาสิทธิภวตุเตภาวตุสัพพะกาลาราคะตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสดาโสติภวตุเตภาวตุสัพพะกาลาราคะตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสดาโสติภวตุเตภาวตุสัพพะกาลาราคะตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสดาโสติภาวันตุเตสาธุสาธุสาธุ